just like we just talked about, just begin to tell the story.
So the story of this project actually begins with the children in the slum schools where we work in India. Right now, those children who live in extreme poverty do not have a voice at all. They don't have a way to tell a story of their lives, what they'd like to see different in their lives. And I think that's really important. It's important for their voices to be heard so that we can actually impact a change.
What would you like to change about the world?
We are trying to create a generational shift in providing a better education for the children. But this is the first time that Amy and I are actually dealing directly with the children.
At the heart of what we do at Connect Teach, even though we do most of our work with teachers, it's all about giving these kids in these conditions a voice. And so when Bhavani called me up and said, we need to give the kids cameras, I said, yes, this is the way that we give the kids a voice. This is the way that we cannot shy away from what these kids experience. We will be able to show and share what we see all the time when we go into these classrooms, when we visit our partner schools.
So we've got children here who are going to work with those kids in India by Skyping with them, talking to them and gently coaxing the story of those pictures out of them. And using their words, their voices, these students here are going to write the story. They're going to pull the story out. This is a great way to connect kids here with children there. It's a great way for students here to understand that they can become activists. They are victims of violence, incredible hardships. They need to be heard. That's really how we started. We started with the idea of, okay, let's find a very safe, non-threatening way where they can tell us in their own words, through pictures, answer 3 very simple questions. What do you see on your way to school? Where do you do your homework? And if there's one thing in your world you can change, what would it be?
One last time. Go.
Hi, I'm Bilal Hassan.
Hi, I'm Nahara Gajeti.
Hi, I am Abraham Thomas.
Hi, my name is Shafat Hassan. And I'm Wasim Shabut. I'm the head student volunteer coordinator at Connect Teach. When I first started working with Connect Teach, it was actually a really long story. So I started off, I had emailed Ms. Parapia after meeting her at an event at, was it SMU? SMU. There was an event at SMU. I got to meet her. She spoke about Connect Teach and everything, and my eyes widened, and I was like, whoa, this is such a great idea. Why aren't other people doing this? We started talking about like future plans that we could have and the idea of like giving cameras to these kids in India, and I was like, okay, and thinking of what more we could do. And from there it went on to like, oh, maybe we could like further the Connect Teach and have 2 groups of students talking with each other. We can set up some students from here, set up some students from there, and we can just like keep the Connect in Connect Teach. And it sort of happened, it all evolved, I'd say, into this great like conversation that we're about to have with these kids across the world.
It's so nice to see you. Come on, look at you, so beautiful.
Namaste!
Do you want to meet your friends from here?
Bilal?
This is Bilal over here. Can you see him?
How are you doing?
I'm just your friend. No, sir.
What did you want to do with it? What pictures did you want to take?
So Gokul, I saw some of your pictures. Were the people in your pictures your family?
What's your favorite photo that you took?
What do you want to be when you grow up?
What?
I want to be a doctor.
Oh, okay.
When you got the camera, why did you take the pictures you took?
What would you like to change about the world when you become a doctor?
We'll be able to see through the window into their world, as the project says. So, yeah, now I'm here today.
I'm Elaine Hudson. I'm the Library Media Specialist here at Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy. And I also teach the journalism class here. And the group that's a part of this project are members of the journalism class, those who chose to be a part of the project.
Hello, my name is Terrence Carraway. I go to the Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy, and the reason I am doing this is just to learn about other cultures around the world and see what different things they do around the world.
My name is Samuel Keeter, and I'm in 9th grade, and I attend the Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy. And the reason why I'm doing this is because Miss Neely told me about what it was, and I felt that it would be a really good experience to help other people and expand my horizons.
I'm Hebrews Campbell, and I'm in the 9th grade. I attend the Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy, and I'm doing this because I believe everyone has a voice and it should be heard.
I'm Kendall Long, a senior at the Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy, and I'm participating in this project because I hope I can make an impact on the movement to improve the quality of education overseas.
When I was first approached by Ms. Neely, our associate principal, about involved because it's a photojournal-based project, and we thought it would be perfect for these students because they're already involved in researching, writing articles, and looking at information about different groups. But it was also really good for our group because it involves students on an international level, of working with students and direct contact with other students internationally.
Do y'all remember the pictures you all took earlier about the thing that you would change about your life? Based on the ones that you all sent through the pictures, anything that y'all like to talk about from those pictures?
Education.
What about education is that has a problem that you like to change?
We are getting education, but some of the children in some areas they are not getting education. So we want them also to get education.
So equal education for everyone?
Yes.
Okay, so after our first Skype call with you all last year, we put together different PowerPoints and different videos and different presentations detailing what we gathered from you all from the conversations and the pictures that we received from you all. And I have to say that it was a very rewarding experience for me personally.
So I have one question.
Yes.
Can you show some presentations of that PowerPoint?
This was mine and Hebrews.
And this was for
Salma.
I choose to walk. Trudge through the grime of the city. I see our world is sick. I choose to heal. I choose to learn to become something more. Not for me, but to cure the world we all live in. I choose to see a better place, something beyond what is right in front of me. I choose to ignore society's standards for me, to make a better future, to become an MD. I choose to surpass the expectations of society. I choose to do my homework. I sit on a big rock all night to finish. Society doesn't approve of my dreams, of where I come from or where I will go. I choose the journey, although long, isolated, dark. But I choose to be the light, for me and for others like me. I choose peace and righteousness. I am Salma. I am Salma.
So I know we've been doing the Skype conversations, but we do not want it to end right here. So we wanted to keep on talking with y'all through email. Are you all interested in that?
Yes.
Yes, we love to do that as well.
Okay, well, this conversation that we had was more in depth how we were going to help each other and how we were going to help them, and the situations that they had in their community and how we can impact them.
We asked them what issue they wanted us to help them with, and they said education. And what they said was they wanted to help some of the children in their village with their education.
I heard some pretty amazing ideas from this conversation between your students and the Hope Kids. I saw communication barriers start to come down. It wasn't just distance, it was also language, it was tone. Not tone as much as, accents, but the tone was what I think was the glue that held them together.
Mm-hmm.
There was a connection. What I'm curious about, this project began for Amy and me literally as a project. Let's see if we can get kids to connect with kids. And it seems to be going so much beyond that, beyond a project. Tonight we are talking to Kerry Ferguson's students at Highland Park High School. In India, we're talking to Om Foundation. It's an urban slum school in Noida, founded by Sanjay Drabu, who is a businessman. He really wanted to do something. The disparity in income in India is a little bit difficult sometimes to take, because you've got extreme wealth and you've got extreme poverty. My heart's there, and it's very hard for me whenever I go back to see that. And I think for people like Sanjay who live there and see it every day, it's even harder. And so he decided to start a school, and the children are given uniforms, they're provided free meals. Unfortunately, the system of education in India, again, it's sort of prescribed and still follows a very traditional format of learning a lot of content by rote, by memorization. And of course, while there's some value to it at certain times, you can't expect students, anybody to be able to apply what they've learned in real life situations if all you're doing is just memorizing and regurgitating on a test. So we have been working with the teachers. This is our second year in our partnership with OM. And sometimes it's a little hard to break the mold, to break out of tradition and to march to a different drum band.
Hi, I'm Claire. Hi. Hi.
Hi, I'm Michaela.
Hello, people.
I'm Andrew. Hi. I'm Hashem. Nice to meet you guys. Can you give give us your names?
Hi, I am Atika. Yes, I'm Sumati. I'm Sabati. Hi.
Very nice to meet you.
We have a couple of questions to ask y'all. One question I have is, if you could change one thing around you, what would it be and why?
Change the garbage which all the people throw in our country because it is very bad for us.
Well, I was wondering if you could just kind of explain what you see every day on your way to school. Like, what does it look like? Do you take the same route every day?
I always see a hospital in my school way, and I want on the way, and I want to change it because it is very expensive for poor people.
I always see the garbage in the road. People throw it and don't care about the others. I want to aware the people about the cleanliness and about their health. I always see a big rush on the way.
When you got the camera, did you notice anything new, like different? I have seen the change in Noida Ski Center. First it will be so good, but now it has much of rush traffic.
How long does it take for you to get to school?
It takes 1 hour.
How do you get to school?
Shared auto.
What is your family like?
I have 2 brothers. They both are elder to me. I have an older sister and a younger brother. Elder sister. I live in a joint family and there are 11 members in my family. I have 2 brothers and 6 sisters and 1 grandmother and father and mother. Can we ask some questions from you?
Yes.
What are your hobbies?
I play basketball. I hang out with friends. I spend time with friends. I don't have much time for hobbies because I have a lot of homework.
You like to do homework?
No. I do not like homework.
You don't like homework. Do you know how to make food?
I know how to make food. I like to make desserts.
What are you making?
A cake.
Cakes.
Yes.
I like to eat cakes.
Okay, so our next steps are that these friends of yours, your new friends, are going to email you with some very specific questions to finish the project. They are going to use your pictures to tell the story, to tell your story. Answers. How would you put those 3 questions in your storytelling? Your whatever design you've created.
We don't know yet if we're going to narrate, but we're going to try to embed the pictures with quotes.
Like, with that picture, we wouldn't
Because it's
focus
like this
entirely on
example.
pollution, because that's not the main issue.
Energy. And then last one.
Pollution.
Pollution. But we should put them all in there.
Okay, 1180, 1188.
Playing with, I mean, some photos show absolutely terrible things, and other photos show the other side of India, which, I mean, there's like a wealth gap in India, so we could juxtapose pictures of slums with pictures of beautifully manicured parks.
We want to share their experience, but also we want it to be impactful, so we want people to remember when people finish viewing what we've made and finish looking at the pictures and reading what we've written and the quotes from the girls that we hope to incorporate. we want them to remember, and that's really we want to tell the story, but we want to tell the story in an impactful and I don't want to say heart-wrenching, but impactful and inspiring.
So you need to come back to what the students are doing with this, not what you want to show, but what the students are showing you, right? Because that's where the impact comes in. Not from, I know there's a need and instinctively you want to say, look at this. You know, how is it possible that you can have this huge discrepancy? But that's the answer that's going to come through based on how you tell the story. Because the story, that's not what the kids were asked. The kids were not asked, show us the slums and show us the wealth. We asked them, what do you see on your way to school?
You go to school by shared auto. Did you need auto rickshaw or traditional taxis? But I think that one's confirmed by the next picture.
This big house and then these buildings kind of behind the tree, but most definitely not community tents. So there's a lot going on in the picture that we could talk about.
Like infrastructure or something like that.
And then we liked
electricity.
This location, what does this represent? I think maybe if she says something that is important, like this is an area that they go to a lot or they use a lot, and
I'm just seeing complete engagement, complete. They are totally immersed in it. And that's exactly what I had hoped would happen.
Now it's personal.
Yeah.
Now, like she said, they're our friends. We want to help them. They're not just random kids in India that you hear about from your teacher. They're people that we've talked to. They're people that we've engaged with and that they've shared their experiences with us and given their opinions to us. So it just makes you want to help more now that you know them on a personal level.
Yeah. I mean, definitely if someone just told you that these kids existed, you wouldn't feel that connection that you have when you've actually spoken with them and seen their faces. I mean, because you can just be told that these kids exist, and I mean, kids like this exist everywhere, but
I also personally decided to look upon perspectives in two different ways, and growing up in the United States, I mean, we're thinking about the American dream and how we can succeed, but think about it, people like the kids that we have been consulting with throughout this project, they're thinking on how to benefit their community, and since our goal is for every human being to make this world better, if we decided to think like these children and think about how we could help benefit each other, we can make this world a better place, achieve global peace, and drive out poverty.
So in our culture, where we see more things as make this certain amount of money, make this X amount of money on my paycheck every year and I'll be happy. But that's not what it's about. These kids, honestly, they're teachers to me. They taught me that, it's not about the money. It's about helping each other. That's what the world about. It shouldn't be about, their values are switched around. Our values are money over helping people, but over there, they have helping people as their priority. And I really think that affects me in the future whenever I'm going to consider things. Make sure not to just focus on the money, but the actual benefit it provides to society, the social value. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'll say just going beyond us 4 or 5 working on this project, but engaging others to make the issue more aware, get more awareness to the issue, as well as getting more help to improve the issue with education they have in India. And so by getting more individuals to work on it, it'll bring awareness in India, and that'll draw more individual and groups to want to improve the education quality there. So hopefully it's like a domino effect that we just start with our projects, and so it'll be other projects and other individuals that will make an impact to improve education in India after what we do.
Well, I know that some of the other kids at our school, at least, were aware or aren't aware of the problem that's going on. And if we brought it up to them, like the issue was raised to us, then I think they would want to help too.
I think it's just bringing awareness to the issue, because I'm sure most of us, we didn't know we knew it was a problem with education and many other things in India, but we didn't know the magnitude of it. But once we were aware of it and delve into it through the conversations and the relationships that we started with students in Hyderabad, it just wants us to impact and help make a change, however little or however much that we can do. And so bringing other people in making them aware of it, then they might be motivated to help impact the issue.
Yeah, I completely agree with him. If this were to, if all schools or in the United States started to do this, you know, our eyes would be open so much wider. And, you know, for a young generation to be on this same goal and just to want to strive for this goal, it would just, it would really be a powerful movement. Like, it would change the way people interacted with each other if we had a wider perspective.
One of our biggest supporters, without whom this wouldn't be possible, has said to me often, just by hearing just by listening to the idea, just by a sharing of a common vision, I really truly believe that this will become a movement, like she had said. This is going to take on a life of its own, and all we have to do is sit back and watch. It is a revolution. That's the goal.